Hey Flore, how you doing?
Good, and you?
I'm good, thanks. It's a long time no see. It's
A
always a
year,
pleasure
maybe
having you
something
on
like
here.
that.
It's always a pleasure having you on here.
Thank you for having me. Yeah.
Hey, no problem. Thank you for taking your time. I gotta ask. I mean, I know you're in California, so what's the weather like? I hope it's better than it is here.
Actually, it was super warm like a couple weeks ago. It almost felt like summertime. We were going to the beach and everything, and suddenly it started to be cold again. But I mean, it's like it's cold morning and night, but like as soon as the sun is out, it's fine. Like it's nice. Honestly, I wouldn't be able to stay in a cold state.
Yeah, please don't come to Canada, okay? It's not.
Oh hell no, bro. Like I went to Canada once in my life, and I think it was like October. It wasn't the winter yet. And I was freezing. Like people were wearing like shirt and you know short sleeve shirts, like, and I was like, how the fuck you're doing it? I think it was not even in the minors about the temperature, and people are like, oh, that's fine. Sometimes during the winter it's minor 54 and like in Celsius, and I was like, what? I was like, no, fuck that. I would never live in Canada. Like, to be honest, I don't even know like how people could decide to colonize a place like that. It's insane.
Oh, whereabouts in Canada did you travel to?
I went to French Canada, of course,
Quebec.
but I didn't go to English part. I went to Tadoussac, the coldest place where I've been in my life, bro. And I was like, I don't know how people survived over there, to be honest with you. I was like, no, this is messed up. Like, I can stay in cold places like that.
Hmm.
Much
Well,
fun.
Well, I was just going to ask because besides the weather, I mean, going to somewhere like Quebec, I mean,
Oh no, it was awesome. Like, and what was fun is to see that people are really prepared for that, because obviously they must live with the cold all the time. So they are prepared for that. But no, I really love the country, but the weather, no, that's for me. Not for me.
did you when you went, did you kind of notice there was a little bit of different dialect? I mean, like because I know with
Oh yeah, it's
yes,
old.
French is a
It's
little
I
bit different.
would say it's old French. It's very very old French. A little bit. I think some word and some expression they use is something that haven't been used in Europe for like centuries.
Hmm.
You know, it's funny because they, I feel like they feel more French than some French people sometimes. It's
Yeah,
funny,
yeah,
but
no.
that was cool. I mean, Canada's fun. People are cool. Um, but no, I wouldn't live there.
Hmm. Hmm. Now, kind of going forward, last we spoke, it was actually around January 2021. You had some fights that were canceled, but then you had two fights that you had won. And then if you were to have another fight, which was canceled at the end of the year, you would have three fights. Um,
Yeah, I had to pull out because I messed up my hand during the camp. Um, and like for like maybe 2 weeks, I had to be out. And when you're in camp, like 2 weeks, 3 weeks out, not being able to punch properly and everything, like it's no. I mean, it's no way, like, and especially where I'm at, and it was supposed to be an important fight for me. It was a tough fight against Barboza for LFA. So I was definitely taking this fight very seriously. And no, it was for me. There was no way to still on the card when I can't have a proper camp and I'm injured or messed up.
mhm. But I mean, on the bright side, I mean, getting those two wins and having some fights that are finally coming through, that's gotta feel good.
Like coming through a fucked up year like 2020, definitely was good.
Mhm.
Um, actually, I've been through a lot of shit because I had metabolic damage. that was actually more serious than what I thought. Which explained why I missed weight a second time, and that was really horrible, you know. My body was not answering to me anymore at all, neither for the diet or the weight cut. It had, like, honestly, I think it's something we don't talk enough about, but it's something that a lot of female fighters go through, actually. Many girls, like, you know, all the shit that happened to Nico Montano in the last couple of years of her career when she was in the UFC. I mean, I'm not saying that she retired, but she's not in the UFC anymore. And yeah, you know, all those repetitive years cutting drastically weight, like if we were men, when our body doesn't function at all the same way and doesn't answer the same way. I feel like today it's a huge problem we have in combat sports is that people are barely starting to realize women are not like men, and we shouldn't be trained and absolutely not considered like the men's body when it comes to the weight cut and the nutrition and everything, because we're very different. We're different. We're women. And like a lot of people get very damaged with that, you know. It's something that messed up your metabolism, your body. And yeah, so I've been through that shit. And yeah, I think it was mostly due to repetitive weight cuts going down to 115, which was very drastic for me, I'm not gonna lie. Plus the last one that I did, I had a very I can't fight to go to 115 if I don't have at least 8 weeks of camp. And I've done the mistake of taking a fight 5 weeks out to go to 115, and I was working overnight, so which probably put my body through even more stress, you know. I mean, it's a lot of things, but definitely I got bad consequences of that, and it lasts for months. And going through my fight in beginning of 2021, it was obviously an issue that was still lingering. And after that, it took me until April, May to kind of fix it, going through a lot of blood work, you know, medical appointments and stuff like that.
Do you ever get frustrated when you watch other female fighters when they don't make weight? You watch some of the comments that the fans give.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure some people do bullshit. You can't, you know. But when I see the comments of people, sometimes I'm like, motherfucker, you don't know what the fuck it is. You don't know what it's like to be a fighter and going through all that fucking process. And even sometimes people are fighters, but they never had to deal with that shit. And they still talk shit, you know? Like, don't fucking judge. When you don't know the beginning and the end of the story, don't fucking judge, because you don't know what's going on. I've never judged someone about them missing weight or something, you know? It's because you don't know what's going through people's life. You don't know how their body's reacting. You don't know what's going through, you know, like nothing. So I hate the comments that people feel free to give sometimes, like, shut the fuck up, go fuck yourself. Like, seriously, like, obviously, like, something's wrong. If the girl knew she had a fight and she didn't make weight, obviously there's a problem, you know. So
yeah, most fighters aren't going to go in, especially with some of the things that, like, when your pay gets deducted. I don't think most fighters want to go into a fight thinking, I want to make less money in this fight.
I mean, I'm not saying everyone is going through a real problem when they miss weight, but I mean, look, it's our job, okay? Like, when you know you have a fight, you fucking know what you have to do. Obviously, if you miss weight, or you bullshitted, or you really have a problem, and I'm pretty sure who the fuck wants to look like a dumbass missing weight and like losing money? I didn't have fun doing this shit. Plus, I almost died when I did my last wake up to 115. Carla, I was so scared. I was starting to pass out in the bathtub. So yeah, it wasn't fun. Like, believe me, that wasn't fun, you know? So, no, obviously, like, sometimes people, I don't think people get lazy about the weight cut, you know, especially when you know it's like, they just, there's probably a problem.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I do want to move on though.
Yeah.
Talking about your last year, you would have had three fights had the fight happened in November. So that would have been three fights. Is that something that you try to aim for? Is three fights, four fights? What do
Yeah.
you prefer?
This year, I'm definitely trying to fight at least 3 or 4 times. Actually, my management is already working on the second one right now.
Okay.
So I should be fighting anytime soon after that one because I changed management too. So I think it's gonna definitely help me um, for this year. You know, I think it's gonna be something way more positive for my career this year.
No, I'm kind of putting you on the spot. You don't have to tell me, but is there a reason why you changed management?
Oh yeah, of course. Management's supposed to work for you. They're supposed to do something for you. If they don't, then why would you stay with them?
Absolutely.
That's that simple.
Oh, you said it all. Now that being said, with your fight with Christina Williams, when you were offered this fight, did you know much about her, or did you know anything about her fights?
Um, Actually, she was not the initial opponent they wanted to match up with me, but the person they wanted to match up with me refused the fight.
Mhm.
So the matchmaker tried to find someone very quick, and Christina Williams jumped in. So no, honestly, I had no clue who she was. And I realized that I knew who she was because of the fight she did against Heather Hardy. Because I know Heather Hardy from the boxing amateur. We were on the circuit, the amateur boxing circuit at the same time. She turned pro um, when I was still on the amateur circuit. Oh, then.
No worries.
Yeah. And yeah, so I realized that she was the girl that broke Heather Hardy nose when they fought. I was like, oh, that's this chick. Okay. But yeah, no, I didn't know who she was.
And this fight's gonna be under the Invicta promotion. So what kind of contract did they give you?
I don't have a contract. I didn't want to re-sign a contract with anyone
Okay.
because I don't want to be attached. I used to be signed with Invicta, but you know, Invicta is a very good promotion and people are very understanding. I clearly said I didn't want to re-sign a contract because I wanted to be free to fight anywhere else. But I will always be more than happy to fight for them. So
So, like down the line, you win the fight and they offer you another fight, would you still take it under their promotion?
yeah, why not? Invicta is a very good promotion. There are some people, there are some promotions I would rather fight for or not because of the way they treat you. First, for me, it's very important. The way they pay you, of course. And yeah, like Invicta is definitely a very good promotion. Like they respect the fighters. Um, like I think Shannon's been on the circuit for a long time. She knows exactly what she's doing. I really trust this promotion a lot.
And that being said, when you were offered this fight for March 9th, you were originally like your last fight that you were supposed to have was back in November. So fighting now, was that a good timeline for you, or did you expect to?
Oh yeah. Yeah, because when actually I was getting ready because I didn't travel back home or anything for Christmas. I was already in the gym,
Mhm.
back to work because I was like, hey, anything that's gonna come up, I'm gonna take it. So for me, it was like, hey, I'm waiting for a fight. Like the first promotion that's gonna offer me a fight, I'm gonna take it.
Excellent. And I mean, how do you see the matchup with Christina Williams?
It's a fight. So it can go. it can go different way, you know, like I'm ready for anything. That's the good, I think that's the good thing for me right now, is that I feel like I'm solid everywhere. I'm solid on my striking, I'm solid on my grappling. I've seen what she does, you know, like I kind of expect what she's gonna do. Obviously she's taller and longer than me, but you know, I've always felt taller girl. That's what I like fighting. I like fighting taller girl because I'm used to it. I know exactly what I have to do. So for me, it's like, I don't care how tall she is, you know, like.
And I mean, like, and you've kind of touched upon the fight and looking at your skills. What is it that what skills do you possess that will make it a hard fight for her?
Honestly, my
Honestly.
speed and my explosivity and my power, because I know I hurt people. I know I hurt people, and definitely my speed, my explosivity for sure. That's gonna be a huge tool. It's gonna be a huge asset for me. I'm very explosive. Um, I think it's something people have a hard time to deal with when I spar with them, even with guys. So it's definitely what I use the most, you know. And I have a gas tank that's never ending. So for me, it's like physically, I know I'm a fucking tank. You know, like I'm not worried about my skills physically and everything. For me, a fight at the level where I'm at now is always more like a chess match. It's everything in my head. Like everything is about like how to stay focused, how to take the right decision at the right moment, because the technical skills, the physical skills are definitely here. So it's not what I'm worried about.
When you envision this matchup, you've pretty much said it all. So, do you feel like this is going to go to a decision, or do you feel like this is going to be a finish?
Well, you never know, you know. I mean, I never underestimate any of my opponents, no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
I'm definitely gonna look forward for a KO or TKO, because I know that I can. But you know, she's, like I said, I respect everyone who have the guts to step in the cage. Obviously, she's gonna come prepared. So you know, no, I mean, like, if it has to go to decision, then it will. You know, like, respect for that. You know, I'm pretty sure she's not gonna let me do what I want. So we'll see, you know, like I say, I never give any prediction for fights, because fights, it's something you never know what's going to happen. The thing is that the person who win is because they're the one who are able to like adapt and do have the right answers to what's going on, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't believe that the person who win is always the best fighter. That shit doesn't mean anything. I'm the best fighter. That doesn't mean shit. It's more about like how you're going to be able to use your tools to make it work better. That's how I see it.
No, that's excellent. No, and I think there is truth to that, and we've seen it time and time again. There's a lot of fights where we've seen the favorite come in and everyone's underestimating the underdog, and the underdog comes out and everyone's so surprised by what people need to realize.
I'm not even sure she's an underdog. I don't know. I don't even give, honestly, I don't give a damn shit about those stuff. I focus on the fight. So it's not
Well,
even
I mean,
something.
like in general, like just like if you look at like Amanda Nunes and Juliana Pena, I think a lot of people gave
Oh yeah, definitely.
the win there,
Yeah,
right?
that's what I mean. I'm never walking in a cage overconfident, and I never take someone lightly. Like I said, someone who's have the guts to step in a cage, for me, deserve to be like taken seriously. And I mean, Kristina has experience. She has more experience than me coming to MMA. You know, she has more fights than I do. Um, she fought actually pretty good fighters. So yeah, I mean, no, I'm definitely taking this girl very seriously. Like, hey, who knows? Maybe she's gonna knock me out. You never know. It's a fight.
The fight.
Everything can happen, you know. I'm pretty sure she's gonna look forward for that because she kicked Heather Hardy in the head, like coming from a boxing background. I'm pretty sure she's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna kick this girl in the head because she's short, blah blah blah. She's a boxer, blah blah blah. Well, I'm not Heather Hardy. I'm not at all. So, you know, like I said, I know I'm prepared. And no matter what, like, you know what? I would be more than happy that taking this fight on the ground. Like, it's something that I'd like to do too, you know, like I've been working my grappling so much that it's something that I'm not even like worried about.
Excellent. And I know you've talked about a little bit about your management working on another fight for you in the future. Can you kind of talk a little bit about that, or is it just a date, or what do we have here?
I'd rather not talk about it for the moment. You know, I don't like talking about stuff when it's not like official or like it's not like it's still in work. So it's just like the promotions doing several cards, and they've been expressing their interest of having me on the card, and they kind of propose like two different dates. We chose one, so we'll see then how they work, what type of opponents they will give me and everything.
Excellent. Excellent. Now I understand, you know, you're focusing on your fight, you're going to be focusing on your weight cut and everything's going to be going well there. But will you be watching the fights this weekend?
Yeah, sure. I will. Cause yeah, I'm going to, yeah, for sure. Cause I want to see Covington and Masvidal. I definitely want to see this fight.
And I know it's a great matchup. Who do you have realistically in this fight?
I like both of them. Don't get me wrong, but for me, Colby is definitely gonna win.
Yeah, I think like Masvidal has that threat on the feet. A lot of people think, but I think in as the fight goes longer, I think Colby has that heart and has that fight.
Colby has this gas tank and this explosivity, and this wrestling is so sick. Like, now for me, there's no doubt of the outcome of the fight.
And if he does get that win, do you feel like maybe he has to have another fight to get that title shot again with Usman, or do you feel he could get that title shot right away?
I think he might get another title shot. But I feel like, you know, when it comes to this weight class, I mean, don't get me wrong. I feel honestly the last fight he did against Usman was very good. Like, actually, he did even better than I was expecting. But I feel it's a little bit like in the flyweight women's division. You know, you have Shevchenko that's way too far away from the rest of the division. And I feel like with him, it's a little bit the same thing. Usman is on another level. I feel like he's very very hard. That's going to be very hard to beat him.
It's almost like the champion is so dominant that he has a bit of a say, has a little bit of a pull on who he wants to fight next.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's couple people like that now in the UFC that you see they are very the champion of couple division. You see them and you're like, wow, how the rest of the division is gonna reach back to the champion level, because it's very mostly like, yeah, I see that in that division and in the 185 with Adesanya too.
Mm-hmm.
And for the females flyweight, definitely like you can't even like I don't even see anyone in that division at the moment that would be able to beat Shevchenko. So yeah, you know, you have couple divisions like that, or where I feel like it's hard to be able to give prognostic about a title fight. But yeah, I guess that Colby would be the number one to get another title shot.
And in another matchup that I just want you to kind of analyze here, it would appear that Carla Esparza is going to get that title shot finally against.
Yeah, she finally got a. I think she heard from the date they will do it. So, but if it's not official, I'm not going to talk about it.
No, I don't think anything's official, so probably.
Okay, so I'm not going to talk about it.
But that being said, it's pretty much set in stone that it's going to happen.
It's going to happen, yeah.
So when it does, how, like, looking at how far Carla has come and how far Thug Rose has come, I mean, they both fought each other before. How do you feel the fight will be different now that they've both grown so much in the sport?
I think it's definitely, I mean, like, Carla's my friend, she's my teammate. So for me, it's like, I'm definitely Team Carla, but yeah, like, I think a lot of people don't take Carla seriously for this fight.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to tell you something. Carla is very dangerous. She's very dangerous. And people think she's like, people, I feel like a lot of people see the way, oh yeah, Rose has improved so much. She's such a different, better fighter. And Carla is always doing the same shit. No, Carla is not always doing the same shit. She always have the same strategy. Why? Because it works.
And she's good at it.
Nobody can fucking stop her takedown. If it wasn't working, then she wouldn't keep doing it. You know what I mean? But obviously it's working because now she's going to be the new contenders. She's going to be the one going for this title shot again. So I think she has the chance to get the title. Yeah, of course. She has, especially because Carla's a grinder. She's like, like when she's fighting, she's not gonna let you go. And I feel like she can literally break down someone mentally. And like, if in this fight, like, let's say she's taking her down and Rose is having a hard time to get back up or stuff like that, I think mentally she could break down because Carla is really good at doing that,
And in respect to Rose, but where you watch Rose in her fights, a lot of times she has, and this is how I see as a fan perspective, but she tends to really when momentum's not going her way, she tends to really I feel like the fight really escapes from her, and we really saw that in her rematch with Zhang Weili, which I personally thought she had lost. I thought Zhang Weili had won that fight, and you really got to see where the fight, she was really escaped from that fight. Luckily, she had that takedown in the fifth round. So it will be really I think it'll be interesting to really see Carla and her fight after so many years. I'm excited.
That's why I was telling you that about the mental situation, because I feel like I'm telling you for sure, when Carla's gonna get in this cage, she's not gonna let go anything until the end of the fight. And yeah, it's I think mentally it's gonna be hard to fight someone like Carla.
Excellent. Well, Flore, it's always a pleasure having you on here. I don't want to take too much more of your time, so I like to have you take some time to get yourself prepared for your fight. So thanks again for your time. I appreciate it.
For having me.
And well, good luck for your fight on March 9th.
Thank you.